If it's not brash, then it's simply not going to last. You gotta make it fast to amass the viewers, the subscribers, where you work around the clock and don't stop to be Seanzviewent Entertainment, prolific, consistent, and dedicated. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to run down. So let's get right into it right now. I guess it is hell. It is hell if you're on the current day WWE creative team. Now, we all know the mishaps, the mistakes. We all know how Raw is written on the fly or things are changing as the show's on. Well, now I guess Vince McMahon is making it complete havoc for the creative team. Now, we've put a lot of hate, a lot of criticism on the creative team, but it all ultimately comes down to Vince McMahon. Now, we all know that Brother Love? Brother Love is on the WWE creative team. Bruce Pritchard on the creative team. Now, I gotta say, there was some sort of an improvement and enhancements on the creative team in the creative side of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. Remember to take this time to share, subscribe, smash the bell. And the most important things you can do to my channel is leave a comment and a like. And, of course, share my videos on Facebook and Twitter. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the top story at hand. I know it's been over a week. I've been sick. There's been a lot of things going on, a lot of personal things that got going on. Let's not get into my personal life. I'm not doing that great, but I am here for the viewers and I am here for the subscribers to set it straight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into what Vince McMahon's thought process is, what he's doing, what he's putting the creative team through. And again, we blame a lot on the creative, but really, ultimately, does it come down to Vince McMahon? Well, there's a huge report on Vince McMahon and the creative team. Renee Young addresses the pregnancy rumors about her and Dean Ambrose welcoming a little lunatic fringe into the world. The Undertaker isn't feeling too good about a WrestleMania match this year, although there is strong rumors that would indicate and estimate that The Undertaker will challenge Daniel Bryan for the WWE title at WWE WrestleMania. Now, there's a huge update on Fastlane, of course. A huge update on the creative process for Fastlane. And again, what is Vince McMahon putting the creative team through? You know that song that Vince McMahon has, No Chance in Hell? Well, I guess it feels as if the creative team feels like they are in hell with having to answer to Vince McMahon. Because, ladies and gentlemen, as seen on Ringside News. But before we get to that story, because like I said, that's our main story. That's the main event, okay? This isn't no curtain jerker. This isn't no mid-card. This is the main event. Ronda Rousey is growing legitimately frustrated with the WWE. That is a huge story, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that Ronda Rousey will be leaving WWE shortly after WrestleMania. But Ronda Rousey is on the road to WrestleMania, but she doesn't appreciate the fact that Vince McMahon changed her opponent. She's demanded to have Becky Lynch to put back in a match to make it a triple threat at WrestleMania in the main event. Then she said, and listen to this one, Ronda Rousey, then she laid down her title and walked away, leaving a lot of fans to wonder what is going on. Rousey continued to hype her feud with Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, took a break from Twitter and has some secret training. The tweets that Rousey and Lynch posted were very non-PG and WWE did not appreciate them too much. We have been told in Ringside News that any sense that Ronda Rousey is growing frustrated with WWE is legitimate. The baddest woman on the planet cut a promo on her YouTube channel about not needing a job with the WWE, and she has the money to leave unlike other superstars. That was not scripted at all. Rousey got into WWE because it was something she wanted to do, and now the travel and creative is weighing on her. Therefore, a hiatus from the company is even more plausible than ever. WWE likes to have their superstars take part in social media feuds that can display on television. Therefore, Rousey using terms like fake and saying that Becky Lynch's armbar makes it look like she's holding male genitalia, then just straight up saying that she will beat the living crap out of the man upon their next meeting didn't set too well. And the fact that Ronda Rousey or Becky Lynch called the championship a belt, like a belt that you hold your pants up, that you hold your trousers up, suspenders, all right? It's funny because back in the day, me and my cousin, when we used to play out wrestling when we were kids, and we used to say, you're suspended, we literally would get the suspenders out and we would suspend each other with the suspenders. Well, not like by the neck or anything, but, with the pants. You know what I'm saying? Now, it was neither confirmed or denied that WWE sent Rousey and Lynch a message to tone down their social media exchanges. It is very interesting to note that their online feud really dissolved quickly after reports broke that WWE wasn't too thrilled about the verbiage they were using on social media. And if anything, this amped it up. This made it more entertaining. This made it more interesting. Actually, what we're getting on social media with WWE could be more compelling and innovating than we're getting on our TV screens. So what we see on social media, what we see on YouTube, what we see on Twitter and I don't even know if that's still around, MySpace, AOL, chat rooms, no. Non-existent, but there is still Twitter existent, and Vince McMahon was not too favorable of what is going on. The Miz does a 40-yard dash to the WWE ring in support of Rich Elson. Now, I don't know who Rich Elson is, quite frankly. Nikki Bella had to become a mother at a very young age. Dean Ambrose's reported role for Fastlane we'll also bring up. But ladies and gentlemen, Brock Lesnar, we got an update on Brock Lesnar's UFC return. Vince McMahon is causing personal problems in the lives of the WWE creative team. So let's get into this report. Vince McMahon is a 73-year-old chairman of the board in WWE. Everything on WWE television works the way he wants it to, and this also goes for all other aspects of the company. Dave Meltzer explained on the Wrestling Observer Radio how WWE writers were staying up until 3 a.m. this week to get the Fastlane card put together. He went on to explain that this is not a new trend because everything in WWE works according to Vince McMahon's schedule. It's been bad on the midweek. It's been bad because on the midweek day, when they have the big meeting to do, all that stuff, it's just like Vince will put them out and put them off, and like they don't even start the meeting sometimes until 10 at night, even if it was supposed to start at 5 or 6. They just sit there and wait for Vince to finish whatever stuff he's doing. They start at 10, and it's been regular that it ends after 3 for most people, and it's probably a negative doing all of that work. Because number one, you just want to get it over with. The other one is that you're so freaking tired that you're not at your best. So that's probably of the reasons why Raw is bad. This is probably a very small reason, but when you're adding up reasons, it's another reason. It's a reason why a lot of people have, fallen by the wayside on the creative end. Because a normal person, you're supposed to start at 6 and you have to wait another, 4 hours and you're out of there, until 3:30 or 3:05 a.m., depending on the week. There have been 3:30 weeks. It's pretty tough job in that sense. It's a tough job to have while at the same time leading a normal life. WWE works at Vince McMahon's direction, therefore it is pretty bad to write a show when he isn't around. Because if Vince McMahon doesn't like something that you worked hours to put together, he will change it. And this will make things very, very frustrating, very irritating, very annoying. The struggle is real if you're on the creative team. And again, for years and years, we have come down here and knocked the creative team. But if Vince McMahon changes something that is good, something that would get over, something that would get the ratings up, something that would get the merch sales, something that would get the live attendance, something that would make Raw relevant. Maybe it hasn't been the creative team all this time. I think it's a combo of the both, though, because you can't put it all on Vince. You can't put it all on the creative team, although Vince McMahon, again, is the guy that confirms everything. He's always the one that says, well, here's what we're going to do. Here's how it's going to go. Here's the setup. Here's the setup. And if that setup ain't going to go according to plan, or Vince McMahon thinks that something's wrong with it, so these creative writers are doing overtime. These creative writers are spent. They are tired. They are overwhelmed. Seanzviewent Entertainment doesn't do that, though, because I'm prolific, consistent, and dedicated, and I'll never, ever smell. But viewers, what do you think about Vince McMahon? What he's doing to the creative team, making their personal lives a living hell, causing problems in their personal lives by keeping the creative team up, working overtime, and why is there a creative team if Vince will change everything? And then you hire Brother Love, Bruce Pritchard back, whatever you want to call him, and thinking that's going to be the dramatic effect. Again, he's only been there, a week or 2 weeks? Let's let that sink in. Let's see the progression. Let's see the advancements. Let's see if the WWE can come up with something good. But ladies and gentlemen, Dean Ambrose's reported role for Fastlane. Ambrose is still scheduled for an 8 a.m. appearance at WrestleMania Access on the morning of WrestleMania, which is usually a spot reserved for people who will not be working the show of shows. Roman Reigns said that he will take care of Ambrose leaving the WWE. But so far, we haven't heard anything official. Now it appears a Shield reunion is on the way. In spite of local advertisements promoting a handicap match for Fastlane, WWE's writers are still working hard and very late into the morning to figure out what to do. Post-wrestling reports that we have been told that Dean Ambrose will be part of the match at Fastlane. Therefore, even though Ambrose isn't advertised to be in the match, he will likely compete alongside his Shield brethren at WWE Fastlane on the WWE Network. Now, here's a huge update on another Fastlane update on the creative team. WWE Fastlane is next Sunday. Dave Mills just said that WWE writers had a meeting that lasted until 3:05 a.m. on Thursday night. This is a very long time to stay up and debate a pro wrestling card. The big source of contention is to do with the Shield at WWE Fastlane. It should also be noted that local advertisements in Cleveland are promoting a handicap match between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. They could add additional superstars like Dean Ambrose if the WWE wants to go that course, if the WWE wants to go into that direction. But ladies and gentlemen, a major update on Brock Lesnar's UFC return. Dana White says, I think that Brock Lesnar and Cormier want that fight. I owe Cormier a lot. Cormier wants to fight, so Cormier is going to get it. UFC President Dana White seems to have confirmed that Brock Lesnar will compete and be in UFC again, and that will be next. Although earlier in the week, he said that he hasn't spoken to Brock and that he still had obligations with the WWE. So viewers and subscribers, this is the place to be. I work around the clock. I am the face that books this damn place. Your comments and your opinions on all the news about Ronda Rousey being legitimately mad and frustrated. What Vince McMahon is putting the creative team through. Dean Ambrose's Fastlane. WWE plans. Roman Reigns' return. And I'm just going to say that anyone that has any slight doubt or, any slight hint of exaggeration of, Roman Reigns didn't have cancer, Roman Reigns didn't go through the treatment, Roman Reigns didn't do this, and Roman Reigns didn't do that, you gotta be absolutely kidding me. Because there's no doubt in my mind that Roman Reigns did go through that. It's in remission, and he's good now, thank God. Oh, well, Sean, isn't it just something how Roman Reigns is back just in time for WrestleMania, just in time for the Showcase of Immortals? You know what? Sometimes God's looking over you. Sometimes things go according to plan. And sometimes there's a swerve. A Russo swerve. Bro, a Vince Russo swerve. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you deserve? Well, I deserve to get the comments and the opinions because I care about your comments. I care about your opinions. SeanzView Entertainment is here. What do you think about what Vince McMahon is doing? Ronda Rousey's status, Brock Lesnar's UFC return, and Dean Ambrose's status. More to come where you'll learn it all on SeanzView Entertainment, which will always show through. Later. BRASH is not